Today we're going to be unboxing the Moza R12 brand new wheelbase. I have Dan's gaming van. This is my van with the sim racing rig in it. We're traveling around the US while doing some sim racing along the way. I'd appreciate if you guys click the subscribe button. We only have about 6,000 subscribers right now. This is the current wheelbase, all Moza products, HBP shifter, their handbrake, CRP pedals. We're going to be upgrading from the R9 to the R12. But anyhow, let's get in the van and open up this box. Welcome to my home. Oh my gosh. Woo-wee! Just look at that. Their packaging is always top tier. Just going off the box, 12 newton meters of peak torque, airplane grade aluminum, ultra high power density servo motor, smart temperature control, Moza pit house control software, and app cloud control. Looks like it's going to be almost identical to the R9, which I'm really stoked on. And the colorway of the R9 looks really good with the rest of my setup. Oh, we got some Moza stickers. I need to put a sticker on the back of the van. I don't have a Moza sticker on the back yet, and that is just disrespect. Okay, we've got our user manual per usual, all the usual stuff. I'm just so curious to see the size comparison. I really hope it's not a ton bigger, but it's gotta be because that's a lot of extra power. Okay, we got our USB cable and our power cable. They look almost identical to the R9, as you'd expect. Here we go, grand reveal. Oh, not quite. You know Moza's teasing us a little bit more. They got the beautiful packaging with the power grip, power brick set in there perfectly. Oh, I like that. They got a Moza logo on the power brick now. Now this is gonna light up and glow Moza, and it used to have a different logo on it. That's pretty cool. Oh, yes. How? How is that possible? It is almost the exact size as the R9. I am so confused right now. I am so shocked. I don't even know what to say. I'm in disbelief with the size of this thing. Like here's the CS wheel for comparison. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Or sorry, that's the GS wheel. So now that we've got the R12 out of the box, the next step's gonna be taking the R9 off of the rig and then just doing a side-by-side comparison of the two. So I'm just gonna pull the 4 bolts off of here and rip this guy off. My dog is very busy hunting chipmunks. But let's pull this off real quick. I'm really excited to see these side by side because I think that they're gonna be almost identical. Thankfully, Moza sent us an Allen wrench with the R12, so it should be the same size as the R9's bolt, I would assume. Okay, we broke all of them loose. Now I'm just going to unplug the cords around back. How? How is this real? Okay, at a quick glance, what one's the R12 and what one's the R9? You can't tell. What? The R9 is bigger. I'm gonna gain some legroom. So a big issue with my sim setup is right now my seat is maxed all the way back. Remember when I said earlier, I think that they're gonna be the same exact size? Remember when I said that they seem like they're gonna be the same exact size? I don't understand how this witchcraft is possible. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna get a couple of beauty shots of these things sitting side by side, and then we're gonna toss it on the rig and see how it works. It's gonna look so much cooler. And at this point, I'm very stoked just to have all matching everything. We do have some different plugs on the back. That's something that I'm gonna have to address right now. So looking at them both, we've got the R12 on the left and we got the R9 on the right. The R9 has a dash plug, an e-stop plug, USB, DC in, and the power button. While the R12 has USB in, pedal, dash, SHF, not sure what that means yet, H/B, probably handbrake, and then e-stop, and then we got power in right there, and then the power button is a lot more recessed. The R9 has these ridges right here, and the R12 is filled out all the way to the end of those ridges, but differences in the lines right here. There are definitely multiple differences between the bodies, but they're very similar. They're almost identical in styling and size, but just not quite. Super exciting. Super exciting. Don't mind the messy wires. I'm going to tidy them up in a second. I just wanted to point out how well this fits on the Next Level 2.0 racing stand. I'm pretty curious to see how the Next Level 2.0 is going to hold up against this extra power, but it looks amazing. I've got one bolt in so far, so this is where it's going to sit. You can see it's almost flush on both sides, and I just love that. The color matches all the other MOZA products perfect as well, obviously. You guys didn't know it, but you were hanging out right beside my dog that whole time. And this is the view that was behind you. The only thing at all that anyone, even a trained set of eyes, would be able to tell different between the R9 and R12 is just that little sticker right there. Just to confirm how identical in size they are, here is the R9 and the R12's packaging. Power brick fits right in. R9 fits right in, just snug as a glove. As we noticed earlier, it's a little bit longer, so it's pushing right there. So somehow the R12 is legitimately smaller than the R9. Nice one. Alright, so now I need to come up with a summary, and that's kind of tough. I've been using the R9 for well over a year, and I've been using the R12 for a good couple of months. I've been quoted in the past saying that an R9 is all the power that you need, and in my opinion, 9 Newton meters is plenty enough to simulate most and all kinds of driving that you'd be into, whether it's rally, drifting, or racing. It gets tricky, not only because it's personal preference, but with the R12, even when I don't have it turned up all the way, if I have it turned to say 50%, which is a force feedback amount that the R9 is capable of, I did notice that the smaller force feedback details were a lot better with the R12 turned down than with the R9 turned up to the same amount of peak Newton meters. So like when you're driving down the road and you got it set to about 8 Newton meters or so, in the R9 it's just going to kind of feel over forceful at all times, while on the R12 it feels a little bit more calm when you're going straight, but there's more emphasis on bumps on the roads or curvature in the roads. When you hit big cracks and bumps in the road, you can feel it a lot better with the R12, even when they're set to the exact same settings, which is really weird to say, but it is noticeable. Looking at an R9, it's 3-4 times more powerful than a normal Logitech or Thrustmaster, and I still do believe that that's all the power you'd really need. But I will say that the R12, with that extra bit of power, it is much more immersive, and the fine details are translated to driving a lot better, so you feel the road bumps a lot more realistically. And for drifting, it's just a little bit more snappy, and it'll punch the wheel back to where you want it a little bit quicker and more powerful. At the end of the day, if you can afford to go for the R12, I'd say there's no reason not to. It's just one less thing to think about upgrading in the future. And for size and looks and everything like that, obviously the R12 wins because they look exactly the same. They're about the same size, they're similar weights, but the R12 is more powerful. If you guys are curious about MOZA's new KS wheel that it just released as well, be sure to check out our page. If the video isn't out yet, click the subscribe button and the video will be out soon. Sadly, my KS wheel got lost in the mail on the way here, so the video's going to be a little bit late. There are affiliate links for MOZA in the description if you plan to order any MOZA parts. There's no reason to not click on that link and use it for me. I get a small commission off it. It doesn't cost you any more. And if you're wondering about anything else sim racing, I have a lot of other sim racing hardware reviews on my channel, from reviewing the R9 to comparing an R9 to a Thrustmaster TX, comparing an Next Level Racing 2.0 stand to an Amazon cheap Vever stand, MOZA GS wheel reviews, and other MOZA product reviews such as the handbrake and the shifter, so check all that out if you want. If you guys liked this video, click the like button and drop a comment. What do you guys think? Are you going to go for the R9 or the R12? Did you already buy the R9 and now you're wondering if you should have waited and got the R12? Where are you at on it? Thank you guys for watching. Catch you next one. Peace.